Don't get too comfortable, as your favorite brands may be on the verge of collapse. Luxury brands are usually seen as a sign of wealth, attracting shoppers worldwide. However, this privilege may be cut short because major luxury brands are facing some huge problems. This turnaround may affect their customers. A rise in prices and shortages of valuables are among many problems that are affecting these big brands. And as others claw back to normality, others are falling deeper into bigger problems. So which brands are affected? Porsche is arguably one of the best luxurious cars that every car lover can dream of. However, the company has been hit with significant drops as pressure increases. The automobile company has faced frequent supply chain issues, which have hindered the company's ability to maximize its revenue. For instance, the electric Taycan model registered a 16% decline because of supply chain problems. In addition, the issue has also caused a scarcity of vehicle parts, which play a vital role in manufacturing cars, and as a result, fewer cars can be produced. Detlef von Platten, who is the current head of sales and marketing, stated that geopolitical issues such as the Russia-Ukraine war have added salt to the wound as the supply chain worsens further. Moreover, Detlef admitted that there is a scarcity of semiconductors, which is limiting the production of electric vehicles. Bearing in mind that the ever-changing world is shifting from petrol cars to electric cars, Porsche is now under immense pressure to solve the semiconductor shortage before things get out of hand. The challenges that Gucci is facing are so overwhelming that the company is almost losing track of where it's headed. To start, the brand is failing to retain its customers because of Gucci's monotonous design. Fashion is competitive, and every unique change is enough to attract customers, and Gucci has failed the test. As a result, Gucci has lost some of its customers, and this has hurt the brand's sales. Likewise, Gucci recorded a 4% drop in sales, and to make matters worse, the brand has been underperforming for the last 6 months. Gucci's reliance on China has made the brand pay a hefty price. The Chinese market has been unpredictable, and this pattern has troubled Gucci's earnings. The recent Chinese COVID-related lockdowns have added fuel to the fire, and this has made it hard for the brand to penetrate the Chinese market. Another core concern for the brand is the low demand for its goods in America, which accounts for the 15% drop in sales. The fact that America has a strong dollar poses a challenge to the brand's performance. For example, numerous rich Americans preferred buying luxury commodities overseas because the dollar outperformed the euro. The brand's management has made Gucci lose a lot, and this was evident when Tom Ford resigned. The end of Tom's leadership sparked a lot of problems for the brand, as Gucci was not able to identify the appropriate marketing technique. In fact, Gucci focused more on collaborations, which in the long run devalued the brand. The iconic watch brand Rolex is on the verge of a breakdown as the company is citing the watch shortage. The overwhelming demand for Rolex watches has created a glitch in the supply, and this has made the brand lose out on some of its customers. The weakness has given room for rival companies to take advantage, with brands like Cartier and Omega coming into place. Another big concern is that Rolex is running short of skilled manpower. The company has admitted that skilled watchmakers are hard to find, and this factor has contributed to fewer watches being made. This issue has caused new factories to remain closed until 2025. Balenciaga used to be one of the top 10 most searched brands in the world, but now it's no longer on the list, and this briefly describes why the brand has been on the decline. Balenciaga has been followed by controversies that have damaged the brand's image, and the most recent event was child abuse. Just like every brand posts their goods on social media, Balenciaga posted a photo of small kids holding teddy bears while wearing bondage gear. This spiked a lot of uproar and dissent, as many proposed a lawsuit of $25 million against Balenciaga. However, Balenciaga apologized for this act, but many were still unimpressed by the brand. This made many people who were previous customers neglect to buy their goods again. This bad reputation made Balenciaga record a 7% decline. Versace, a company that was founded 45 years ago, is experiencing a huge downturn in its business life. Versace was once running out of business, and this forced them to sell 100% of their company to Capri Holdings Limited. Even with the new ownership, the problems still emerge as the brands find options to tackle the emerging issues. The company has faced a supply chain issue that happened this year and in 2022. The owner of Capri Holdings Limited stated that there were instances of shipping delays. Michael also noted that there was a product shortage, after which he assured the customers that the brand would restock its shelves to meet that demand. On the other hand, Versace hasn't managed to balance the books well since operating costs eat up the company's revenue. The brand reported that expenses were as high as $3 million. To make matters worse, the company registered a decline in its earnings, as indicated by a 5.8% drop. Aside from this, the company has also faced some controversies due to its content on social media. One famous controversy was that Versace undermined the One China policy because the writing on one of the Versace shirts described Hong Kong and Macau as countries. After the uproar, Versace made an apology, and that wasn't the end of the problems in China. In fact, the new no-COVID policy has frustrated the brand's earnings as a series of slow traffic is expected on Versace outlets. LVMH, known for Louis Vuitton, Moet, and Hennessy, is the world's leading luxurious brand, but its legendary status doesn't mean all is going well for the brand. Of late, LVMH has been experiencing some significant declines as the economy tightens. The inflation pressures have caused the company to register a 6% drop in its stock. And shockingly, this is the worst performance since March of 2020. Similarly, inflation has made people budget conscious, and this has made a significant number of people tone down on luxurious spending. This consumer behavior has hurt the sales of LVMH, and even from the statistics, there was a decline in the sales of wine and spirits because of a 14% drop. Aside from this, the rising interest rates in the U.S., which are set by the Fed, have pushed LVMH to the wall, considering Europe has also hiked the rates, thereby making businesses that are global uncomfortable. The slowdowns in China have also taken up a substantive portion of LVMH's problems, as the Chinese market is under a lot of uncertainty. The iconic Chanel, which has been in existence since 1910, is surprisingly finding itself registering a huge decline in sales. Similarly, a significant drop has occurred in the U.S. as inflationary pressures bite consumers. The U.S. market has been sluggish because of interest hikes, and this has influenced the business environment since many people are budget-weary. This slowdown has caused sales to deteriorate by about 12%. The Russia-Ukraine war has also affected sales negatively. As a result, the brand has restricted its operation in Russia after the company announced that it is complying with the policy of the European Union. Nordstrom has faced a series of harsh turnarounds as inflation takes an enormous trajectory. Inflation has made people limit spending on luxury, and this has made the company's analysts expect low revenue margins. The company's CEO, Michael Marr, admitted that the tight economic situation is pushing consumers to spend less, and he cited that the situation is not expected to improve anytime soon. As a result, the company has started downsizing operations since cost-cutting is the only way for the business to survive. The process has already begun, as 13 Nordstrom stores have shut down in Canada and 2 have closed in the U.S. This is not the end of the closures, as more stores are expected to follow the same suit. However, these store closures come with a lot of losses, and Nordstrom finds it hard to take the bitter medicine. For example, the seizure of the company's operations has already made Nordstrom lose a whopping $400 million in sales, considering this is the projection for 2023 alone. Apart from inflation, Nordstrom has faced supply chain issues. For example, the brand faced a scarcity of women's shoes and clothing, which fulfills the fact that there was an inventory problem. All in all, things are not going well for luxury brands, and we expect more unrest in their businesses.